Hello everybody. Good afternoon, good day, good night, whatever it is in your part of the world. Today we're going to be servicing the hydraulics on this John Deere 4230. This is my grandfather's tractor. I just became the owner of it, and it's kind of been neglected the past few years, but had some hydraulic issues, so pressure issues, so we're going to change the sump screen, change the filter, and put fresh oil in it. All 15 gallons or 16 gallons of hydraulic oil. Just gonna go through it. What you will notice is you will not see any oil come out because, as you can see, I've already drained it, but I put everything back in just to kind of give you a reference. I thought about the video afterwards. I really wish you could have seen the stuff that came out of the screen, because it was horrible. I feel better just knowing this is being done with fresh oil and new screen and all this good stuff, because it was nasty. You'll see the screen when I pull it out. Okay, first things first, here's where your hydraulic filter is, and here's the sump plug, and there's a screen on the inside. This is your main plug for your transmission and hydraulic system. That's your 1.25 inch socket. First, I'm going to take the screen out, and I took the screen out first because I wanted all of the trash in the system and the sump to come out with it. I didn't want to drain all the oil out of here. And when I took this screen out, it was lodged in there. It would not come out. I had to actually pull it, and when it came out, there was about 2 inches of trash that came with it on the back side of the screen. So don't worry, I'm going to clean all this stuff up, get all the dirt and stuff off before I put the fresh oil and stuff in. But here is the screen. You see how filthy that is, and it was worse. Some of it's already fallen off, but I went ahead and ordered a new screen because this one, you can actually see where it's sucked it in because had all this debris and stuff on it. So it's trying to make it collapse, and there was a few holes in it here and there or bigger pieces that went through. But one good thing, there's no metal shavings, no big metal shavings. There's a little glitter, not too much, but unfortunately, John Deere did not have the screen in stock, so it'll be here tomorrow. Right, moving on, here's your hydraulic oil filter. Make sure this is sealed when you put it back. It has an O-ring in there. Make sure you lubricate the O-ring before you tighten it down. All right, there's your filter. We're just going to sit it to the side, and this is what the housing looks like. You put your filter on here, slide it on, put it back in. Always be careful threading things back on this kind of stuff, because if you strip that, I can't imagine the headache. All right, and this is your main plug for your hydraulic oil. Very simple stuff, but since I had so much trash in the system, I am going to plug everything back off, do an old farming trick. Okay, so we've got the main plug back in, a new filter in, and the sump plug back in, and we put about 4 gallons of diesel fuel in it. I hate to waste that green pretty diesel fuel, but help clean some of this out. I know it's not the most ethical way to do it, but it's cheaper than paying for hydraulic oil to run through there just to pull and waste. So, I mean, hydraulic oil is $100, 100 some change for 5 gallons right now. So, just gonna put some diesel fuel on it. Now, we're gonna crank it up, let it run, get hot enough so I can change the oil. So, kill 2 birds with 1 stone while I'm waiting on this sump screen to come in. So, here we go. I ran it until the hydraulic motor or pump in the front of the tractor started getting hot to touch. So everything else, as far as engine wise, should be ready to change the oil. So now I'm gonna let it sit, let all that diesel fuel hopefully drain to the bottom that was circulating through the system. Let it drain all the way back down. Then we'll pull all the plugs again. Well, 2 plugs and a filter housing. Take that filter out, see how much it caught, and hopefully it washed all of the contaminants out. I mean, like I said, I asked a few people, a few farming buddies of mine, older farming people that had these tractors and actually worked these tractors, and they said that can't hurt it. Just don't let it get too hot and don't let it run too long. It ran about 10, let's see, about 15 minutes, just idling, not under a load. All right, I'll quit yapping and get back to it. We are back live. Sorry, I'm a little tired of getting a little goofy. So now everything has had time to settle. Everything that went through the system, all the diesel fuel that went through the system has time to come down, drain down to its lowest point of gravity. So now we're going to take our plug out first, then our filter. I might do the sump second. Take the sump out, then the filter. I'm back. So, did you see when I drained this plug for the main? Did you see the clump of stuff that came out? I hope you can see it in the video. That's why I got close. After I saw it, I saw a big old clump of dirt or trash or something come out of it. So, it was a success. We got we did all we could do, basically, other than fill the system with oil, run it, circulate it. I did push the clutch a few times, and I engaged the PTO just on and off. I didn't let it run, just to try to move some fluid around, or diesel fuel around. So it should be as clean as it could possibly get. The only thing to do now is to fill it with oil and actually run the tractor and change the filter out, maybe within 10 or 15 hours or so. that's my plan, just because of how much dirt came out of the system, or how much trash or junk, whatever you want to call it. But I know where the tractor was at. It was in a kind of a sand pit. There's a lot of dirt and a lot of dust, so it's just no telling. There's no telling what was put in it. But I plan on keeping the tractor, so I'm gonna do things right, keep it up. I will record it down, all this information, all this stuff that I've done today. We'll write it down and we'll keep good records from here on out. But I hate I don't have the screen and all, but I'm gonna put these caps on tonight, and tomorrow I'll come out here and I'll go get the filter. I'll put all the plugs and new seals on, get everything ready for the screen and put everything in and go from there. I won't make a video on it. It's pretty self-explanatory. I went over everything. You saw where I put the diesel fuel in the back. That's where you put the hydraulic oil. So you've seen everything. I hope this video helps. And this whole issue started on engaging the PTO and trying to drive at the same time. My transmission light come on and started flashing like they always do. So that was a sump problem. That's what the book said. The service manual said it was a sump problem, so apparently it was right. So the sensor works. So you engage the PTO and try to drive at the same time. It would either engage the PTO and not drive, and I tried idling very slowly and engaging the PTO, and it would come on, but it would turn really, really slow. So that was the initial problem. But hopefully it'll run like a brand new one, because it's probably been like this for a long time. Just nobody took the time to service it. It's not really my granddad's fault. He wasn't really able to, because the last 4 or 5 years he kind of got down in health, and the tractor was the last priority, because he was 80, almost 83, 84, still running a trucking company. So I miss the old man. Lived a long life. If I can do half the things he did in his lifetime, I'd be satisfied. He's a good man. He's missed. Missed a lot. Think about him all the time. It's kind of why I enjoy working on this tractor. Just don't hear him cussing at me all the time. Kind of miss it. Don't take things for granted, people. Love people while they're here. Love them when they're gone. Just don't forget them. Alright, well, I'll quit up with all this sappy stuff. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out the merch website that's somewhere on the YouTube channel. New to all of this. Learning more and more every day. Thanks. Have a good one.